Vision boards, vision boards, vision boards can be such a freaking powerful tool as we go out and build the life of our dreams. However, I think there are two major mistakes that people make when it comes to vision boards, and we're going to cover those as well as some frequently asked questions like, how in the hell do you even get started with building a vision board? Why would you build a vision board? Do you actually have to have a vision board, or can you make one that's like on your computer, right? A lot of questions. We can knock out some of those here at the end, but first we want to talk about the two biggest mistakes that I think people make when it comes to a vision board. And the very first one is super simple, right? It is they don't make a vision board, okay? And maybe this might be from overcomplicating the process, like I talked about there with, well, do I make a board? Do I put it here? What about this? Hey, we can cover some of that at the end. But the second point, okay, and the second point is where I really want to start and unpack this, okay? And that is the thought that the vision board is all about the things, like literally the material things. Thinking about like, all right, I have to work hard to get that watch. I have to work hard to drive that car. And that's what the purpose of my life is and what the purpose of my vision is and all those things. That's not the case, right? Because let's unpack that even more. To even have an opportunity to buy that car or live in that house or whatever the case may be, you have to create so much positive value or a positive impact in the world around you and create so much value in who you are. That's what matters most. And so, yes, the end result might give you an opportunity to own those things or live in that house or do whatever down the road. But do not forget the process of how you would even have that opportunity along the way, okay? It is about the value that we drive every single day. And that comes down to the actions that we take. And so when making this vision board, yes, put down big goals, big things, houses, places, vacations, kids, charities, whatever it is that you want to do. All of it, as much of it as you can, and think big. Think like super freaking big, okay? What do you want that to be in your life? But understanding that the only way that those things come into your life, whether you buy them, whether they're gifted to you, whether the universe brings them in some other way, okay? It is about the value that you drive in your life, okay? Now notice, again, unpacked a couple things there. It is not like, oh, hey, I have to go buy these things, right? Maybe they will be gifted. I can tell you, like, some of these things on here have already come true in my life that were gifted to me. Thinking about, man, how in the hell would I ever be able to afford that? Or how would I ever be able to afford to stay at a place like that, okay? But through creating value in who I am as an individual and through my actions, those things were gifted to me, okay? Now, what do an actual thing, sorry, I just stuttered there for a second. An actual thing that will help you with understanding that is if you have not read this book, Law of Attraction, you need to go out and read this book before you make your vision board, because it'll make a hell of a lot more sense when you're putting these things down and the why and the importance behind those things, okay? And one of the things that this book talks about, okay, is that it is not up to us to figure out how the universe will bring these things into our life, right? It is not up to us to analyze, okay, well, how would I actually buy that house that I put on my vision board? Okay, what about like a savings and this thing, and I gotta do this, and you don't have to have the roadmap, right? But you have to have the belief and the understanding of law of attraction, okay? And then going out, all right, and taking positive action, again, every single day, working towards that to be as valuable as possible, okay? And when you do those things, again, you can earn an opportunity to buy those things, to be gifted those things, or however else these things are gonna come into your world. But you have to have that belief and then the work and the effort to support it, okay? Now, when thinking about that, okay, and how to build a vision board, right? Okay, do you actually make a physical board like this? Okay, this is the same vision board that I've had for 5 years at this point, okay? I am a firm believer that making a vision board, okay, is very powerful, because you have to really think about it. Even the act of like cutting these things out and putting it on here, and the creativity of kind of laying it out, because to me, I kind of understand the flow and the vibe and what I got going on here. Right? Like that helps embed that in your brain and starts, giving you an opportunity to visualize those things and think through those things and what would it be like to own these things or experience these things or do these things, okay? I am a big fan of whatever else you do past that point, make a physical board, okay? Now, if you also want to have a rotating vision board as the screensaver on your computer, sweet, okay? If you want to have some of these items as the wallpaper on your phone, sweet, okay? If you want to make a list of what it is, all right, you can do that, but again, it is a vision board. You have to see it, right? You have to see it, okay? So I am a huge believer in actually make it. Now, another popular question on it, I don't know why I put that up. Another popular question, 2, 3, whatever one this is do you change it over time? Okay, do you remove things as you have those things or they come into your life or into your world, okay? I think this is personal preference, okay? This is the same board that I've had for 5 years, all right? Now, my thoughts and my goals on some of these things have changed a little bit, all right? And some of these things have actually come true, like I own this watch. I have stayed here, okay? I drive a truck very similar to this, but it's just black instead of blue, right? Like there's a lot of things on here that have already come true in my life, all right? But I have maintained the same vision board. Now, I do think here probably, before the end of the year, I will create another vision board, all right? I might carry some of these on over and then add in some other things that as I've experienced more life, I've realized that I want some different things in life. I want to build some different things. I want to be able to experience some different things. I want to own some different things, okay? Totally fine, right? I made this shit when I was, 26, 27, all right? All right, I'm 32 now. A little bit different because I've experienced more and I have a better understanding of what I want to build in my life, right? So totally fine to change it up. What I do not recommend is changing it up all the time because again, if you don't have the consistency side of looking at those things, okay, I think that undermines the whole process here because remember, it's not necessarily about the physical thing. It's about the value that you must build in yourself and the positive impact that you can create in the world around you to even have an opportunity for those things. So don't forget that, right? So even if it's not perfect or the exact identical freaking thing that you want, if it's really close or a good idea or a good starting point to get you there, I say keep it on there and then change it periodically, not all the time. All right, so if you get through that, we've covered, well, how do you do it, right? Physical board or not, right? Do you change it? Do you take things off is another super popular question, okay? Again, personal preference. If you want to take things off as you've achieved, great. Personally, I leave them on there, right? Because it is reassurance and confidence, okay? And really reinstills stronger belief that vision boards work, right? That law of attraction is real. At this point, you can't convince me otherwise. There's too many things that have been proven to come true through law of attraction and a vision board, all right? And looking at those things every single day consistently, it reminds me, Will, all right, just keep believing, keep putting out good things, keep working hard, keep trying to do the best that I can. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I have good days and bad days? Yes, okay? Some days are super shitty, but we figure it out as we go, and it is belief for me that these things will pay off, okay? Now, that takes it back to point number 1, okay? Building a vision board. Again, I recommend reading this book, okay? If you have not read this book, read this book, okay? And then go make your vision board, all right? I am very confident that if you do that vision board with the right intent and you look at it daily, again, if you don't look at it, well, then it's not really a vision board. It's like something that you did one time and then you stick in the closet, right? This is next to my desk. It used to be next to my bed, whatever the case may be. Look at it daily. I know that it can help you build the life of your dreams, but you have to do it with the right intent. You have to work towards it every single day. You have to believe in it, but when you do that, you can come true. So if this gave you any value at all, please give it a like. Put a comment down below and something that has helped you. Or if you have a specific question, right? It's one of those FAQs that I didn't cover, drop it down below as well because I would love an opportunity to give my perspective on it. Might not be right, but I will tell you what has helped me through this process with these and help out as much as I can. Also, feel free to share it. If you have a friend, a family member, a coworker that you think would get value out of this, please kick it on over to them so they can watch this video as well. Other than that, go out and make it a great day.